Okay, so in this video, we're going to discuss a fairly common underwriter discretion issue that comes up when an applicant has completed the financing on a primary residential property and then in less than 12 months is applying for financing on a different primary residence. When they go to the closing of the first property, they sign the note that says that they intend to live in the property for 12 months. There isn't a firm Fannie or Freddie guideline that speaks to when the applicant decides to apply for another primary residence in the 12-month period. You may get a message in DU or LPA that asks you to verify the occupancy. So the system picks up that they have recently done a primary residence transaction, and now there's a different property being applied for as a primary residence, but there isn't any firm guideline. So if we look at this situation in the Complete 1003 software, and we see that we have conventional financing. In this case, we've selected to do Fannie Mae, and we've selected a purchase. So when we come down a little further in the training program here, each borrower will be asked if they're in the process of, or they have completed an owner-occupied mortgage transaction on a different property within the previous 12 months. And if Joe borrower says they are or have done so, then a loan officer would be trained to ask for the details. So including which other property was mortgaged as a primary residence, whether it was a purchase or a refi. If it was a refi, how much cash out they took, and any details of non-mortgage debts that they may have paid off as part of the financing, and also to find out if there were any life events that led them to apply for the subject transaction. So here we also now give them a warning that if your applicant has completed or is working on a different transaction of this type within the previous 12 months, especially if they've done the old owner-occupied refinance and taken the cash out, and now 2 months later, they want to use that money for the down payment on the new residence, that the underwriter may decide to deny that loan. Now, the details of the reason for the move and the type, location of the purchase come into play. And so certainly if there was a life event, divorce kind of situation, possibly other children had to move in with one parent, and the family size was going to increase, and it doesn't look like this was a planned event from the beginning, then the underwriter may be willing to go along and allow the second primary residence transaction within less than 12 months.